Sell. Get back in there and sell, Mortimer. I think your brother's having a heart attack. Now, Randolph and Mortimer. You remember that on Trading Places with Eddie Murphy? No, with Dan Aykroyd? Yeah. Your brother's not well. I think he needs a doctor. Get back in there and sell. Uh, let's see. Don Amici and Ralph Bellamy. They were funnier than hell. You like them real pictures? Yeah. Well, today's Thursday. Didn't do much yesterday. It rained most of the day. I felt every bit of it too. We had, I went out there to the freezer, grabbed out 3 New York strips. I don't want anything from New York. We had New York strip steaks last night for dinner. What else? Oh, I made, or Kathy made sweet potatoes in the air fryer, and then mixed vegetables, and had a salad, and fresh sliced tomatoes. It would be terrible. It was actually pretty tender and pretty tasty. I'm trying not to buy any top round or bottom round steak anymore. It's tough. If I do buy it, I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to grind it into hamburger. It's either I'm trying to get either chuck steaks or New York strip or T-bones or whatever, porterhouses or something like that. But, I mean, you can pour a lot of meat tenderizer on a top round steak and make it nice, but you got to beat the living hell out of it with a meat tenderizer. But dinner was pretty tasty last night. It was. That's all it is. well, they call them steak burgers, you know. Um, I actually think I'll buy a couple of chuck steaks or chuck roasts this week and see what the price is on them, and then divide that per pound and see what it's, you know, if it's cheaper to. I'm sure it's cheaper to buy it like that and make hamburger with it. Take a couple of chuck steaks and a couple of round steak or bottom rounds or whatever, and mix them together and grind them up for hamburger digger. Yeah, and grind it again. Huh. Well, you would think by the way the shells looked. Hmm. I tell you what, things are getting worse, and they don't they don't stop. More people are going to get hurt or killed. Um, he had a bunch of stations. Two of the major carriers of ABC decided they weren't going to carry Jimmy Kimmel, and a bunch of um, the advertisers decided they weren't going to sponsor the Jimmy Kimmel show either. Who do you have on Tuesday night? I don't know. I didn't watch it. I tell you, it's just me and you here, Junkyard. Um, he had actor Glenn Powell and musical guest Sarah McLachlan. Huh. Oh, he's going to have Peyton Manning on this week. Huh. Good morning, Miss America. Good morning, Cornbread. Oh, you're working? Well, for a while, it was just only two people in here. I figured it was me and Cornbread. Or no, me and Junkyard, excuse me, not Cornbread, me and Junkyard. No. Now there's five of us. I wonder who the other person is. You was here before I started? Well, now there's six. Let's keep this up. We're gonna have a full house. I know, I know. Tonight, Kathy's making beef stew tonight with potatoes and carrots and onion and beef. Yeah, crock pot edition, I think. No, I did not. Huh. What was the reason for that? Did they say? I probably get one email from YouTube maybe every 3 months telling me how I can further enhance my channel. I haven't. I don't think I've had a payment from AdSense since January. Huh. As far as that goes, I think there's only two members left. You and Junkyard. Um, I just I'm trying to find it here, but I can't see anything. I have three members. I don't know who the three members are, but I know two of them. Oh, members only video. That's right. It'll be worth it. Yeah, let's see. 64 months. Junkyard's been one for 64 months. You were a member for 43 months and then they canceled you. There's another one here that's been for 64 months and then rejoined up a month ago. Let's see. I've lost one subscriber. I've earned $10.03 in the last month, in the last 28 days. I've had 975 views, 625 less than usual. Usually around 1,500 views a month. Oh, well. Big money, big money. That's right. You're an elder. That's right. Yeah. I know. More than CNN. I got more viewers than CNN. Yeah. Well, that's what Jim Jordan asked him. How are you going to make these people whole? Well, you remember that one woman after they did that to her channel? She went over there and tried to kill him. I don't know if she died or she went to got arrested or what, but you know, maybe they had to drop the charges on that one too. They had it coming. It would be nice. You see where President Trump put up all the pictures of all the presidents, and then Joe Biden's was a picture of an auto pen? Oh, it's funny. Yeah. I know now there's something. You got an ad coming up in 40 seconds. Oh, yeah, they better admit it now before they get caught in a scandal. Yeah. You hit the like a button. Thank you so much. I got 4 thumbs up any day now. If it would have been for YouTube or Facebook taking down all the Hunter Biden laptop stories, Joe Biden would have never got elected. And then Chris McDonald or whatever his name is, whatever, when they did the debate with Joe Biden and Trump, the second or his first term, going for a second reelection. Going for a second term during the first reelection. Chris Wallace, I think that's his name or whatever, wouldn't let Trump ask, what about the Hunter Biden laptop? It's a good thing that SOB isn't working for Fox no more. Yeah. Huh. Or what? Statute of limitations will be over? He'll be conveniently out of the country in Brazil or something, a non-extraditable country, and you won't be able to get him till after, statute of limitations is over. He should have. El Salvador, yeah. I will. I will. For a tailgate on Sunday? Yeah, yeah. I never lost anything in Detroit besides a set of tires and, when they stripped out the garbage truck, left me on blocks, and that was sitting at the traffic light. Yeah, most likely. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It's Five Shot Thursday. Um, I want to take Kathy to this movie. I just got a text about it. With 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, The Senior is winning hearts and moviegoers inspired. I want to go see that movie. It's a family movie even. For Kamala, well, somebody someplace has got a couch that needs a shim. Why? You're buying 26 books? Yeah, it's cheaper than buying a new couch. My legs are all broke on it. Yeah. Well, evidently, Kamala Harris hopes somebody will. Can you imagine the look on the publisher's face when she walked in and said, I want to write a book? Like what I learned from Kamala. Like, yeah, yeah, it didn't report on the news. Monday, 6:30 a.m. Finished a fifth of liquor from the night before, opened up another bottle and started drinking more. 7:30. Finished that bottle, went to the cupboard and got another. 9:37. That bottle's finished. Doug said I should slow down. No, one more for the road. Huh. Well, you know what they ought to do now? Every ICE facility should have some crow's nests put up there on all four corners, or all four sides, and put one up there, in each crow's nest. As soon as they see somebody, on the top of a building, pull out a gun, terminate. That's exactly what they ought to do. I don't know. He brought them. He'd have figured he'd have used them all but one for himself. That's what he was going to do. Now you know what's going to happen, don't you? The people, the family members of the ones that got shot and killed, they're going to sue the government because they were in the governmental care at the time. And, you know, it's the government's fault that they didn't offer protection to protect them from being killed. And like the retards that our government is, they will probably end up paying these families millions and millions of dollars for people that shouldn't be here to begin with. Love you. Have a good day. Say bye, Junkyard.
Bye, Junkyard. Bye, Hopper.
All right. Love you. So, yeah. You know damn well they will. And we'll pay it because we're idiots. Anybody want to make a bet on that? Y'all know I'm talking the truth, don't you? Yeah. Oh, here she goes. She come over here looking for Gretchen and couldn't find her. She's back over by you now. When the kids all leave every morning, after Harley leaves, she walks down the house. Spirit does. Meow, meow, meow. Said they're at school. I actually got to go to Myers today. I got an order that's been, I should have picked up a couple days ago. It has to be picked up by the 28th, but I want to get it. I'm going to pick that up. Spinach dip. Yeah. Pick that up in some Hawaiian dinner rolls. That stuff is fantastic on Hawaiian dinner rolls. I know. Exactly what we had to do. We need to ban all weapons. Mm-hmm. So just the government can have them. Because we'll be safer then. If the government's the only one that's got weapons, we'll be much safer. Yeah. What is it like that retard said that one time? If you get rid of, if you don't have guns, if you make guns illegal and you don't have guns, even the outlaws won't have guns no more because, they'll get rid of their guns too. Huh. Never thought of it that way. I don't. I don't know what size caliber those rounds were, but I don't know. They look like 30-06. I ain't for sure, but I haven't held a rifle in 40 years, 35, 40 years. Yeah, much safer in Chicago. Yeah, yeah. Look how gun control is working there. Fantastic. I guess they were leaving Chicago or something like that, and somebody tried to. One guy parked his car in the road right in front of him and got out and started screaming at him. And one of the National Guard members walked over to this car, grabbed his keys out of the ignition and threw them into the ditch. And then they drove around him. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I had coming up in 45 seconds. They should have just pushed the car down the street, until it went into the ditch. Now we got 5 thumbs up and only 4 people here. That's right. He'd never see it again. That's right. Should have backed up to it, hooked onto it with a chain, and drug that thing until the rims ground down to the body, and then left it there. Now up in the city of Livonia, they got the grapplers on the front of the cop cars now. I sent that video to Junkyard. They grappled a guy that stole a car, and they had him grappled or tied to another patrol car. And he kept backing up, trying to take off, and backing up, trying to take off, trying to break the grapple. Wouldn't do it. On his third try, he backed up and gave her all hell and pulled the rear end right out from underneath the car. Needless to say, he wasn't going anywhere. Only 6.3 million people. How many does he normally get? That sounds like a lot. Size is 1.6 to 1.77 million per episode. Yeah, they got 4 times as much. Did he? I don't know. Did he apologize? He probably did. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimball. I'm sorry I haven't been here for a few days, but I'm back now. That was probably his apology. Lauren Cobbin, not a true apology. I wouldn't doubt it. Cleaning out the stalls, were you? They probably are. I want to go to Disneyland. No, 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 no. We're not going to Disneyland. There's a bunch of pedophiles there. They're called Democrats. We'll go to Cedar Point instead. Oh, goody. Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland, Disney World, or whatever. I've never been there. I go to Kings Island. Yeah, go to Wally World. Yay! Yeah. Six Flags. I don't even know what it costs to get into Disney World or Disneyland or whatever the hell it's called. And then you got the Epcot Center. That's a separate charge to get into that. It's much better. That's right. You've been to Disneyland twice. You didn't learn from the first time. I imagine 20 years ago, Disney was a good place to go. Hmm. When they still had the Matterhorn. We've never been there. We've been by it several times. Dolly World. Kathy and I went to Opryland. Kevin did too in Nashville. That was pretty cool. I would. I'd like to go see the Ark too. That's in Kentucky. Excuse me. I think so. No, I did not go to the Stampede. Oh man. You know, we'd have had unicorns still if they wouldn't have been frolicking around and missed the boat. Just ask the Irish Rovers; they'll tell you all about it. Green alligators, some long-necked geese, some humpty-back rhinos, and some chimpanzees. Burlington, Vermont. Randy Quaid, a few years ago, he came, he commented in one of the live streams I had at night. And I thought it was, a fake account or BS. And then I checked the account, and it was his account, according to the YouTube. But I messaged him on Instagram because he's on my Instagram too. And I asked, I follow him on Instagram. And I asked him if it was actually him that come in, and he said, yeah, he'd come to a couple of my live streams before. It's about over. Yeah, World Series will be here in what, next month? Uh, you know what's going to happen, don't you? The Tigers are going to screw it up, and they won't be in the World Series. You know, right now they're like, I think they were like 3 games ahead or something. They'll screw it up. Let's see. October 24th is when it starts. Game 1 will be the 4th. Game 2 will be on the 24th. Game 2 will be the 25th. Game 3 will be the 27th. Game 4 will be the 28th. That's all the games are posted for right now because if you win the first 4, you don't have to go through the next 3. Oh. And it doesn't say who's going to be playing. I don't guess they will be either. Well, right now, I think it's the Washington Sentinels and Detroit Tigers are the ones that in the same league, but they're ahead of Washington Sentinels by like 3 games. Hey, Detroit Lions have been going on it for years and still haven't made it to the Super Bowl. You know, they got close last year, but they screwed it up. You know, they screwed the pooch. Let's put it that way. Yes, they did. Yeah. Oh, Tigers. Tony, that is. Tony the Tiger. All right. A few years ago, they took the Tigers off the stadium. The statues of the Tigers off the stadium. And they sent them south to get them reconditioned. You should have seen that going down the highway. When they're up on top of the stadium, they look big, but they don't look all that big. When they were on the trailer, they were just as long as a trailer, and they barely cleared. They were 13.6 on the trailer. That's how big they are. So they're probably, I don't know, 10 feet long or 10 feet tall, 50 feet long. All right, everybody, it's time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace, and I will see you tonight, most likely. I'm going to see if she wants to go to the movies tonight. If she wants to go to the movies tonight, then I won't be here. And if she don't want to go to the movies tonight, then I'll be here. Y'all have a blessed day and take care.